Now there's some breaking input coming in as well. Congress attempts to block the Waqf reform. Congress has moved an adjournment motion. Congress MP Hibi Eden has moved this motion to oppose the presentation of the Waqf Amendment bill that is going to be tabled today. So ahead of that, of course, we heard a lot of criticism. Allegation was that this is not correction but persecution, that the Muslim community is being targeted in the name of reform. Now we're given to understand that Congress MP Hibi Eden has moved an adjournment motion notice to oppose the presentation of the Waqf Amendment bill. The demand of the opposition, specifically of the Congress also, is that the bill be sent to the Standing Committee for more scrutiny. So while the government prepares to table the bill, the opposition also continues to block that move. This time an adjournment motion notice has been given by Congress MP Hibi Eden. We'll also get you more reactions on this. The opposition, remember, has been criticizing the proposal. Opposition is calling it one-sided. They're saying that no discussions, no consultations happened, and this is just a move of the center of the BJP to target the Muslims. Those are the reactions and the criticism that has come in from the opposition. Meanwhile, as far as the bill is concerned, the bill is going to be tabled today. The government is all set to do that. The bill has been opposed by some Muslim organizations and some in the opposition as well. But not just the opposition. Interestingly, some parties within the NDA have also expressed their reservation. Let's in fact go across to Niyamika for more on this. Niyamika, adjournment motion notice by Hibi Eden.
Well, yes, not just the Congress party, but the other opposition parties who are a part of the India bloc are also opposing this move of the central government for bringing in bill to make amendments in the Waqf Board Act. And for that reason, we have also been joined by the IUML MP, E.T. Mohammad Bashir. Sir, what intent do you see behind this move of the government of India? Because many of the opposition leaders have said that they want to oppose this bill when it will be tabled in the Lok Sabha.
We are also going to do the same thing. We are vehemently opposing this, because this piece of legislation is very dangerous and it is ill-motivated. There are many things to say. In brief, what I want to tell you is, this is really, the government is snatching away all the powers of the Waqf Board and the Council. In effect, Board and the Council will remain without even a small power will not left to them. As a simple example, sanctioning, registering a property as Wakf. The present procedure is that they will submit before the board. They will conduct the needful inquiry and things like that. Finally, it is their duty to do so. So, in this act, what it says is, when such an application is coming, the Wakf Board will have to refer that to the collector, and collector is the authority to decide whether that is to be registered or not. Similarly, in this there is a provision. You know that most of the government building in some area, especially even in Delhi, that is really the property of Wakf. This piece of legislation says that if one place under the possession of the government is identified as Wakf land, in that case, they need not be evacuated. That will be treated as government land.
All right, so Niyamika was getting us a live reaction from the IUML leader on the Waqf Amendment bill. We have Ankit joining us in the broadcast. Attempts already have begun to block it. Ankit.
Yeah, that's what's most interesting, because it's not a case where the bill is tabled and then they will oppose it during the discussion. They want to oppose the very introduction of the bill. It's an attempt to block the reform. I have the adjournment motion notice letter by Hibi Eden, MP of the Congress, to the Secretary General of the Lok Sabha. I give notice of my intention to oppose the introduction of the Waqf Amendment bill under Rule 72 of the Rule of Procedure on the following grounds. I oppose the presentation of the bill titled Waqf Amendment Bill as it is unconstitutional unconstitutional on the following basis. A, conflict with the right to property. That is, the bill can potentially infringe on the property rights of individuals and religious institutions without adequate legal safeguards, violating Article 300A. B, infringement of fundamental right of religious freedoms. That is, the bill's imposition of new conditions for creating Waqf and the requirement for existing Waqfs to register detailed information on a government portal might be perceived as undue interference in the administration of religious endowments. And encroachment on state powers. The bill might encroach upon the powers of the state list as specified in the 7th schedule of the Constitution. Matters concerning religious endowments and Waqf properties typically fall under the purview of state legislation. It's also interesting that the bill hasn't been tabled, but he appears to know all the grounds on which he is going to oppose them and all the provisions. So this is the attempt of the Congress party. They don't want the Waqf reform to even be tabled or discussed.
Right. Ankit, thank you very much for getting us the details of that letter. Hibi Eden has moved this adjournment motion notice to block the reform. Now, the opposition says it's a hasty decision. No consultations, no discussions happened with Muslim organizations, and hence the entire opposition is going to oppose it. You also heard the IUML leader.